Alright class, today we're going to be learning about chemical reactions, and the way we're going to do this is by a fun activity called the Elephant Toothpaste Lab. And in this lab you're going to need a 16-ounce plastic bottle, half a cup of hydrogen peroxide, 1 tablespoon of dry yeast, 3 tablespoons of warm water, liquid dish soap, food coloring, small cup to mix, and safety goggles. It's important to have safety goggles on. So we're going to have half a cup of hydrogen peroxide first, but make sure that you have your safety goggles so you don't get them into your eyes. So let's add the half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. So after putting in your hydrogen peroxide, you're going to add food coloring. It can be any color that you want to add. We're going to add 8 drops of it. So I'm going to start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I added 9 on accident, but it's about 8 or 9, just to make sure that it's the color that you want. So we're going to add about a tablespoon of liquid dish soap into it, and so this is bigger than a tablespoon, but it should work about the same. We're going to add this into here. Let's go down. So you're going to shake it about a little bit. And the next part is combining the warm water and the yeast together, but I added that a little bit because I've done this experiment before and it just doesn't work as good if you kind of put it together right away. So you can want to mix it, separate it beforehand, add the yeast and the warm water beforehand, and let it sit for a while so it can work faster then. I'm going to pause the video really quick and I'm going to move back so we can see how this experiment works. It should be pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to add our yeast and warm water into our experiment. It should work and it should shoot up pretty high, but we'll see if it reacts. Well, the experiment didn't work as well as I wanted it to. It should have shot up a lot higher, but you know, some certain things happen, and as chemical reactions, sometimes chemical reactions don't fully go through. But let's talk about it a little bit. The foam that we just made is special because each tiny foam bubble is filled with oxygen, and the yeast that we use is as a catalyst, which is the helper to remove oxygen from the hydrogen peroxide. So if you would have been doing this experiment with me, you would have noticed that the bottle got warm. So you did not just create foam, but you also created heat, which is exothermic reaction, meaning exo meaning out and thermic meaning heat. So you produced outward heat. So why didn't it work? Why didn't it shoot up as possible? It could have been many things. It could have been that we used too much catalyst. It could have been that the shape of the bottle wasn't big enough to hold the directions correctly. We poured too much dye, or it can be anything specific. But we got to make sure that that as scientists we do trial and errors. But this is a fun experiment to learn about catalysts, how to speed up the reaction, how to get the oxygen out. So next time in class we will be learning specifically what type of reactions are we going to have, exothermic, endothermic, and different types of catalysts involved in it. Well, have a great day.